I've never met someone who did not have some level of concern about coming across as salesy. I I have yet to meet someone who did not have some level of concern about coming across as salesy or coming across as pushy or, just basically being concerned about how other people think about them. And that's not just exclusive to salespeople and people who are officially in sales roles. And as long as I've been in sales, as many people as I've trained in sales, thousands and thousands at this point, it's a common concern. And most people are missing out on opportunities because of it, because we talk ourselves out of doing the very thing that we know could help somebody because we're so worried about how they might think about us, how they might feel about us. And it ends up cutting off our opportunity to help someone. And I'm sharing this because if you don't know me, and we're just getting to know each other, my name's Nicole Kramer, and I started off as a high school teacher. I did that for 15 years, and then I went into a role as a salesperson. And I had one goal, and that one goal was to be number one in the nation. And it was a little delusional, but I did it. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I kind of thought when I first started that sales job that there would get to a point that I would get to a point where I would just be so that I would have arrived and that nothing I would do would ever feel salesy and nothing I would do would ever feel pushy. And I learned very quickly that it's just like going to the gym. You don't just get to one day stop going to the gym because you got your body in a certain shape and then you're good. It's this work of communication, of making sales, because that's really what sales is, right? It's about how we communicate. It's about how we connect with other people. It's about our ability to help someone else make a decision. And it's a skill. It doesn't go away. You don't get to a certain level where you're like, okay, I learned it all. I did it all. I've got here's my exactly what to say role play cards that I have sitting right here, because I'm very often doing role play, sales conversation role play with my clients. You don't all of a sudden learn a bunch of phrases and then it's like, okay, I'm good. I've learned all the phrases. I know exactly what to say. This is a practice. This is an ongoing thing. That's why I started by saying I've never met somebody who didn't have some level of concern of being pushy or being salesy or holding themselves back from something that maybe they really wanted to do or something that they really wanted to introduce somebody to because they had concerns about how that might come across. And I've got a couple things to say about it. Number one, when you're worried so much about being salesy, you're making that about you. There's no other way to say it. You're making it about you because your concern is, gosh, what is this person going to think of me? And so because I'm so worried about what they might think of me, instead of me building the skill set to become a better communicator, to know better how to introduce people to this thing that I know that I have, I'm going to hold myself back. I'm going to shy away and I'm not going to say anything. But what you're basically saying is, I've got something that can help people. I've got something that can change their life. But because it's uncomfortable for me to think about how I'm going to introduce that, I'm just going to not introduce it at all. So you're making it about you instead of actually giving that person the right to refuse it. I did a training not too long ago and I asked a question. I said, would you rather somebody keep something from you or give you the right to decide if it's for you or not? Like if they have something that on some chance, big chance, slight chance, whatever, could help you, could benefit you, could change your life in some way. If somebody knew something, a product, a service, an offer, an idea that might change your life, would you want them to hold it from you or give you the right to choose whether it's for you or not? And to me, that's what salespeople are doing. We're giving somebody the right to refuse or to say yes to the thing. We're giving somebody a decision. You're giving them a decision and we can't take it personally. We can't make it about us because if so, then we're going to deny a lot of people an opportunity to know about something that they deserve a choice in. And I think that's what it comes down to because there's so many skills that are important about sales. And one of those skills is your own mindset, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you talk yourself into or out of the very things that you really want to be doing. And so I'm bringing this up because you're never going to get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm good. I've got it all figured out. I know exactly what to say all the time in every moment. Carry on. This is something you have to decide to get intentional about, to commit yourself to say, you know what? It's probably the most important thing on the planet that I know how to communicate effectively, that I know how to communicate in a way that helps someone see possibility in their own life. Because that's all you're doing when you're introducing somebody to a product, service, offer, idea, whatever it is that can change their life. You're giving them an opportunity to see possibility. And if they don't see possibility in it, they'll say, no, it's not for me. And you can walk away and know it has nothing to do with you, but you gave them the opportunity to decide for themselves. That's really all you're ever doing, is helping someone make a decision. And you might be like, well, they didn't need to know about the decision. Like, you know, you get all the head trash, all the crap in your mind. Like, I've heard people say, well, if they really wanted it, they'd do the research and they'd find it. Really? Because that's what we're all sitting around doing all the time, is looking up solutions to our problems. Sometimes we are. But then I would ask, do your people know where to find you? Do they know how to find you? Are you making yourself visible enough that somebody would know that you have a solution that might benefit them? Are they able to research and find you? Are they able to know where you are? Do they know how you help people? Because I think that's another big misconception. Like, oh, people, if they really want it, they'll find me. Okay, you act like they know everything you have going on in your world. People act like what they post on social media, like everybody in their audience sees it. Most of the time, most people are not seeing the majority of what you post. Like, probably half the people that I know aren't even seeing what I'm doing right now. That's why we have to keep showing up and saying it over and over. You have to care so much about your message, so much about your product, your service, your idea, whatever it is that you sell. You have to care so much about it that you will keep showing up. And you will keep talking about it. And I will be the first to raise my hand and tell you, it is not easy. I'm in this boat too. I have to constantly remind myself and tell myself, hey, you got to show up. Hey, you got to talk about it. Hey, it's important. More people need to know about it. And how can more people know about it if you aren't talking about it? People can't buy what they don't know is for sale. So your job is to put yourself in conversations with the people who could benefit from the work that you do, and to put yourself in as many of those conversations with the people who could benefit from the work that you do, and to know how to communicate properly in those conversations with the people who could benefit from the work that you do, and to know how to show up and not let anything you're thinking or feeling or any of your mindset wonkiness get in the way of your opportunity to show somebody possibility and help them make a decision about something that could change their life. That's what this is about. And if you want to get some more practice with knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to make it count, you can never get enough practice. This is something that is a really important skill that will benefit you in every area of your life. If you want some more practice with it, the good news is I am doing a role play session this Wednesday, August 27th. It is happening in the Exactly What to Say Facebook group. I don't know that I have the link right now to share with you in the comments, but I will try. And if you are looking to be a part of it, ooh, it is. Okay, there you go. There is the link to the Facebook group. I just put it in the comments. So wherever you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on LinkedIn, and you would like to join me for the role play session that's happening this Wednesday, it's free. It's happening right inside of the Exactly What to Say Facebook group. And I put the link in there so that you can join us and be a part of it. We are going to be going through the role play cards. I'm going to come up with a couple of different scenarios, a couple of different objections, and we are going to get as many role play reps as we can. I'm shooting for like close to 100. So that means as many people that show up, you will get as many rounds as we can get through. And I want to help you play. I want to help you practice. I want to help you show up more confidently and competently to your important conversations, because I know what a difference that makes in every part, not just of your world, but of the entire world. Because when we all learn how to communicate better, we all win. I was just listening to a podcast this morning with Jefferson Fisher and Mel Robbins. It's from many months ago, but I had not listened to that one yet. And I really like Jefferson Fisher. He's a big thought leader on communication. And again, just stressing the importance of, like, there are so many important conversations, so many critical moments in our lives where if we just knew how to show up more confidently, more competently, and we felt good about what we were doing in those moments, then we would create a lot more of the outcomes that we're looking to create in this world, and everybody would win. So if you have any questions, comment and let me know. If you have any thoughts or takeaways, comment and let me know. Otherwise, check the comments because that's where you can find the link to join me for role play this Wednesday, August 27th at noon Central Time in the Exactly What to Say role play group. Hope to see you there.